This is your economics video for the Principles of Economics, number 10. The 10th principle says society will face a short-run trade-off between inflation and unemployment. These are two problems that the economy sees. Inflation is when prices go up, and unemployment is when working people who have the ability to work can't find jobs. And you can't solve both of these problems at the same time. So let's say in the short run, we consider a period of time when at least one of your resources can't be changed. So there is a recession going on, and there is both high prices and people unemployed. That's even worse. That's a double bad recession because people can't pay their bills because they don't have income coming in because they're unemployed, and prices have gone up, which means the things they have to buy and the bills they have to pay in their home are all higher than they were before. So in order to fix this, a lot of times what Congress does is they deficit spend, which means they spend more money than they brought in taxes. And they do this by printing money. By increasing the money supply, the government has a whole bunch of extra and they hand it out to people. They give out subsidies to businesses, they give bailouts to businesses, they give people increases in unemployment benefits. Sometimes they give big chunks of money to citizens directly. Well, when all of these people and businesses get this free government money, what do? They spend it. And even if people spend just a portion of it, that means demand for goods and services rises. And as spending goes up, it's great. Businesses see a lot more income coming in, and that means that they can hire more workers. So that fixes our unemployment problem. But as the spending rises, a side effect of the printing of money is that we have price inflation. And the more we printed and the faster we gave it out to people, the more that prices go up. So in this particular situation, we solved the unemployment problem, but we made the inflation problem worse. You can also do the opposite. Instead of printing more money, you can remove money from the system. And then if people don't have as much money, spending goes down. People are unemployed and businesses don't see more customers, so they unemploy more people. Unemployment continues to rise and get worse, but the price inflation lowers because when people stop buying goods and services, then prices will go back down. So in the short run, if we have two of these problems at the same time, we can't fix them both. We have to fix one in the short run and then wait a longer period of time and fix the second one later. So this leads us to some kind of real life economics. Because countries specialize in lots of different products, it means that the producing of products and the ability to do that easily and quickly is what expands economies. So access to capital goods is the thing that can expand the economy quicker, particularly for third world countries or countries that are still developing. Capital goods are goods that are used to make other goods. Sometimes it's referred to as capital stock. This is machinery, equipment, infrastructure. So let's say it's roads and bridges and a clean water and sewer system and an electrical grid, but it's also things like access to technology and internet. Is there cell phone service in that place? And do they have large construction equipment? So in a developing country, if we were to give that developing country capital goods as gifts, like large earth movers and cranes and things that they can build infrastructure with, then that means their economy will expand. Not only do they need to hire workers in order to do the construction, but once you have laid the foundation for the society, it's far easier for businesses to start up. So industrializing countries often produce food and shelter for their citizens because those are the primary goods we need to keep people alive. But food goes away when we eat it, and shelter only lasts so long. So if you don't have jobs in that particular city, it's going to be really hard for people to afford their food and shelter and basic consumer items. And what do we do when countries are in need? Or when countries are industrializing and we want to have a trade relationship with them, we give them money or we give them food. But again, those things go away. So producing things like roads and trucks and tractors and gifting developing countries large-scale capital goods will allow them to expand their economy faster and increase the amount of products that they're producing and make them a better trade partner for us, while also increasing the standard of living for their own citizens who will now have jobs available. Because a business doesn't want to come in and have to produce all of the roads and bridges and water systems. If that stuff is already created, it makes it far easier for people to be entrepreneurs and start up new businesses. So this is also the reason why taxes for businesses are much less than taxes for consumers. Businesses often pay either $0 in taxes to maybe 15 or 17% on the high end. Consumers often pay much more or a larger percentage of their income to taxes. Middle class people are probably paying 25 to 27%, and the wealthy can often pay in the 40% range.